Welcome back. So now let's continue where we left off at. So we left at 1 plus tan square over 45 and 1 plus cotangent square of 45. Remember, these are 45-degree angles. So, yeah. Alright, so then we have 1 plus sine over 45 over cosine of 45. Remember, our unit circles. What is sine of 45? And what is cosine of 45? It is just 1 plus sine of 45 is literally just 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. And same thing with cosine of 45. They have the same values. And since they're in quadrant 1, it's going to be a positive positive. It means the x value and the y value is going to be positive. And cosine is the x value and sine is the y value. So it'll be 2, 2. And that's that part. That's the top part. And then we have the bottom part. 1 plus cosine of 45 and 1 plus sine of 45. Now remember, this is essentially the same thing. So all you're going to do is have this bottom one on the top. And either way, they're the same value. They're the same integers. So you really don't have to worry about it. It's just going to be square root of 2 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2. That's literally all it is. Alright, so now let's solve this. So let me just get some space. Alright, so let's solve this. So we're going to bring this 2 up there. We're going to multiply this by 2 over square root of 2. So basically we're going to multiply by 2 over square root of 2. So that way we can cancel that. Or no, that way we can multiply, so that way that will go up there. And then we can start canceling. Right? So this is going to be changed to 1 plus, or how about so then if we bring that up there, it's going to be times 2 over 2. Then we get rid of this because we brought it up there. And then we can just multiply across. Butterfly method, I like to call it. 1, 1, 1. So this is just 1. It's all 1. 1 times 1, 1 times 1. 1 times 1 on the top, 1 times 1 on the bottom. So that's just 1. Now let's do the same thing up here. And remember, this side, when you bring this up here, the top, the numerator becomes the denominator, and the denominator becomes the numerator. So we're going to do the same thing. 2 over square root of 2. Get rid of this. 1, 1, 1, and 1. See, it's just 1, 1, 1. And what is 1 times 1? 1. That's 1 times 1 on the top, 1 times 1 on the bottom, and it's just 1 straight across. So then, we bring this back over here, and it's basically just going to be 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Yeah, I did that. Looks ugly. So 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. And essentially that's just 2 over 2, which is just 1. So that's how you get 1 as your answer for number 3. Yep. Because 2 divided by 2 is just 1, because there's one group of 2 that can go into 2. Because essentially that's all what division is. Yeah. So now we have 3 solved. So let's go to number 4. Number 4 is sine 30 divided by sine 60 degrees times cosine of 60 and sine 30. Oh my bad. Let's solve that, excuse me. So I'm just going to write this down. Sine 30 times cosine of 60 over sine 30 for sine 60. Remember how I was saying you can multiply across? So this is one of those instances where you can multiply across. So we have sine 30 on this time side as the numerator, and we have sine 30 on this side as the denominator. That means we can like cancel them out, because eventually, even if we multiply them out, it's just going to be sine 30 times cosine of 60 and sine 60 times sine of 30. That means we can still cancel them out when we multiply them together. So we just cancel them out right now and we save a few steps. Yep. So we cancel those out, which leaves us with cosine. Which leaves us with cosine of 60 and sine of 60. Which is just cotangent, because remember tangent is sine over cosine, and cotangent is the reciprocal, so it's going to be cosine over sine, which is tangent, and then we have the 60 degrees for both trig functions, so then it'll just be 60. Tangent, no, not tangent, cotangent of 60. Yep. Okay, now that's our answer for, actually it's not our answer, because, but this is what we have right now. And remember, according to the unit circle, we can evaluate this. So the 60-degree angle has a coordinate pair of, 60-degree angle has a coordinate pair of 1/2 and 3 pi over 2. I already know that because I memorized the unit circle. And you'll know that too if you memorize the unit circle. So there's no way to go around it. You could put in a calculator and stuff, but to know it off your head, you really need to memorize the unit circle. That's the only way. Okay, cotangent of 60. Now remember, cotangent is cosine over sine. So it's going to be 1/2 divided by 3 pi over 2. I mean, no, not 3 pi. Square root of 3 over 2. And remember, we want to bring this up here because we only want it to be divided by 1. We don't want multiple division problems in here. So we bring it up there, which equals 1/2 times 2 over square root 3, which is going to cancel out. We cancel these out, 1, 1, 1. And you see the connection we're building? 1 over square root 3. Just multiply that, because we want to bring the square root up there because we want a rational number down here, I believe. So we bring that square root up there by multiplying by square root of 3 on both sides. After that, this makes this square root of 3 times square root of 3 equals 3. And that's our answer. Ooh. Yeah. Square root of 3 over 3. That's our answer. And remember, it says simplify the trig expression and evaluate if possible. So if you know your unit circles and if you know the special right triangles, you should evaluate. Yeah. Okay, now let's move to number 5. Oh, remember, she said we could skip number 5, so let's not do it. So instead, let's skip to number 6. Numero 6. Let's go. We're getting up there. Almost done. Okay, 6. Cosine square of x times. So number 6 is cosine square of x equal 1. No, cosine square of x divided by cotangent square of x equal 1 minus cosine square of x. So remember, we're told to verify the following. So we're not going to be solving for it. We're just going to be verifying if this side equals this side. So let's find this out. Cosine square of x divided by cotangent square of x equal 1 minus cosine square of x and if we remember something, cosine 1 minus cosine square of x equals sine of x. Because remember, sine square x plus cosine square x. This is a trig identity, by the way, equals 1, right? So I'm noticing a pattern because I predict that this will get us sine square x. I hope so, because if it does, that means it is correct, that the verification is true. So remember, if we minus cosine square of x on both sides, we essentially just get that. So let's solve on this side to see if we get sine square of x. If we do, it is true. It is verified true. Verified as correct. So cosine square x divided by, remember this is cotangent, we want to expand it. Cosine square x divided by sine square x equal 1 minus cosine square of x. Yeah, my handwriting is getting bad because I'm trying to balance this out. Okay, so let's focus on this side. So cosine square of x divided by cosine square of x divided by sine square of x. Whoa, this is way too many divisions. Whoa, let's get it just down to 1. So what we're going to do is have this denominator come up over there as a numerator as we multiply. Remember, it's like x over y and x over y times 0 over 1. Think of the cosine square of x as x, the cotangent, oh man, I don't know, yeah, it's going to be cosine. So cosine square of x as the x, the cosine square of x on the denominator as the y, and the sine square of x as the z. So that is essentially what we're doing. So it's going to be which is just, we're going to cancel these out, and it's going to be 1 times sine square x equals sine square of x.
I hate committing to something and then like turning my back on
And that equals 1 minus cosine over square of x. Yep, that's our answer.
But we're coming.
So that's correct.